education model is under serious scrutiny, and for good reason. So what needs to change? Joining us now is Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin. Welcome, Senator. Happy Thanksgiving. And by the way, congratulations. I think we had a wedding in the Mullin family this weekend. I saw a picture of you. You look like George Strait dancing the night away. So congratulations on that. Why can't Oklahoma decide what to teach school children, and why do they need D.C. to do it for them?
Well, first of all, I want everybody to know I've been married 28 years. It was my son that got married. Yeah, you met Jim in the gym a long time when he was a little bitty boy. And so he's 21 years out now, or 21 years old now, and he's just a beautiful bride. We got a new family to the Mullin family now, our new family member, let me say. So, anyways, well, Trey, thank you. You know, education has been on a downhill slide for a long time now. I mean, you think about it. The Department of Education was stood up in October of 1979 is when we passed it. It actually went into effect in 1980. In 1979, we were #1 in math. And today we're 26. And some rankings, overall education has us down to 38th in the country. That's wrong. It hasn't been working. And finally, we have Secretary McMahon and President Trump who said, hey, we need to do something about this. We got it wrong in the late 70s, early 80s. Where did we go wrong? We took it out of the hands of the state and local government where it began, and we tried to federalize it inside Washington, D.C. Well, you and I both know, because we spent time in Washington, D.C., they have some of the worst schools in the country. And yet these lawmakers are trying to make laws to literally indoctrinate our kids today on how to learn, I guess, in their own backyard.
All right, you built several businesses. You are really, really good on highly skilled trades. I, on the other hand, went to law school because I was supposed to learn to think critically. I thought college was supposed to be a bastion for critical reasoning and not a place for a guy that got kicked out of a nudist colony or a cult to brainwash teenagers. Why can't you teach math or astronomy without talking about Hamas? I mean, how do they even go together? Why do college professors have to talk about politics?
Well, I haven't spent, as you know, a ton of time in college classes. I was very fortunate to get started at a very young age. At 20 years old when I started business, and we've been very successful in hiring people with a sense of responsibility. I will tell you, in our businesses, which we have plumbing, electrical, and HVAC businesses, we have a lot of people that work for us that have an education from a university that they don't use. One, it doesn't pay. Two, you get more, as you said, indoctrinated in universities, because I think you said this a while ago, you have too many professors that want to give their opinion about things. Well, their opinion really doesn't matter. If they're teaching something, it needs to be taught from facts. Your opinion isn't always a fact. Now, if you want to do critical thinking, then to go to a psychology degree. If you want to actually learn something that's going to be producing an outcome in the real world, then you need to have theories that are proven. You need to have business leaders. You have community leaders that have been there, done that, and needs to be teaching these kids how to be successful, because we can learn from each other's mistakes. I know I learned more from my competitors' mistakes and their successes than I ever did from what I was coming up with my own self, because I would see how they got there and I would say I could do that better, or I could see the mistake they made and I say, well, this is where they went wrong. Colleges can be the same way, but we're so focused on everybody just going to school. They get these degrees that, I mean, mean nothing. I mean, let's just think about this. What does a business degree do for you? Well, where does that land you in the workforce? Because when you come work for me with a business degree, I'm going, what have you done in business? What am I going to put you over? Now, if you want to get an accounting degree or a finance degree, now we have something that I could probably plug you in with. But we have, I mean, just think about a marketing degree. What does a marketing degree actually do? Unless you've specialized in some type of marketing, it just doesn't work in the real business atmosphere, and colleges have got so far away from what we need in the workforce to what these professors believe they should be teaching.
Yeah, the thing about college, teach people to think critically, to reason their way through things. I look, I was fortunate the colleges let me do what I want. I don't want to indoctrinate young people. I want them to tell me what they believe and why they believe it. By the way, I'm going to send you a resume because I think I would have been better off going into electricity, HVAC, or plumbing than going into law. So just keep my resume. If you have an internship, I hope you'll look at me favorably this summer. Senator Mark Wayne Mullin from the great state of Oklahoma. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Good to see you, brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you too.